So just as there's concepts that get scrapped or changed during the process of creating, or even songs that get recorded for an era that stay unreleased, music videos and films also go through that process, which I have a whole playlist of scrapped albums, music videos, and other ideas, which you can check out right here if you haven't already. But for this video, I'll be talking about specifically deleted scenes from music videos. So there's some reasons why some of these were cut, and then there's some that were not, but we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Starting with I Love It by Camila Cabello featuring Playboi Carti. So you know how the scene around 1 minute and 35 seconds when Camila is arriving at the food market. So while we do see her arrive there moments later with the dancers dancing outside, there's actually a scene that gets cut with them dancing inside the food market. And while there is some snippets of them dancing in the food market that do get into the video, it's not really much. And honestly, for me personally, I thought this scene fits so much better because it just flowed so well with the song and the music. I couldn't find a reason why they cut it off, but I guess it's because it didn't fit the story that they wanted for the video, since this was more of a full scene. God Is a Woman by Ariana Grande. So in the beginning of the video, there was actually a scene that was cut. We see of Ariana on the earth. I couldn't find the reason why, but maybe the reason why they didn't put this in, because you know we do see her later on in the video on the earth, and I'm guessing they didn't want to give that away right away, so that's why they didn't put that scene in. They just felt that it was unnecessary. Good and Goodbye by Madison Beer. So while this is a breakup song, the video takes another approach that is a video game within a video, which basically is about an experiment being done on Madison that we get to see. They want to see which is stronger, her left brain or her right brain. And you know how in the beginning of the music video you see Madison cuffed to the chair and there's a scientist talking to her while there's another scientist that's about to put a device on her head. Well, in the deleted scene of this music video, the intro is actually much longer, and we kind of just get more context explaining what I just told you, that they're gonna do an experiment on her. That's pretty much what's given, which I don't see why they took it off. Cause like seeing this scene, well, first off, when you do watch this scene, it does give a very cinematic feel, like it even feels like a movie. I wish they would have just kept it, cause it is about 1 minute or so seconds long, so I don't think there was anything wrong with it. There's no reason why that I couldn't find why they cut this off, but I guess they wanted the viewer to kind of have their own point of view of what they saw. Team McGraw by Taylor Swift. So around the part where the bridge begins in the song, when you watch the video, there's actually a scene that was completely cut off. There's a lake scene that plays where we see Taylor and her love interest kissing at night. As for why, I couldn't find a reason, but I did find this user on Reddit talking about it that said it was probably cut off because it was considered too steamy for the image that they were trying to create for Taylor at the time, as this was her debut single. And I also saw somebody ask if at some point was this ever officially released, and according to Brew2123, this was actually released as a director's cut back in the 2000s. But since then it was just harder to find, and of course because of YouTube and the internet, somebody uploaded it, so you can of course watch it whenever you want. And speaking of debut singles, let's talk about the lead single by Taylor Swift, Love Story. That was the beginning of her Fearless era. So we see Taylor in college and she sees this guy and they reunite. At least we don't really see that till later on as we watch the video, because it turned out they were together at one point in a past life. So there was a deleted scene that leaked that was meant for the ending, where we see Taylor look at the clock that hit 12. When I was watching this scene, it just gave Cinderella, you know how the fairy godmother told her that, what was it? I should know this. I watched this movie so many times, but you know how the fairy godmother says that once the clock hits 12, everything goes back to normal. And that's what I was thinking of when I saw Taylor looking at the clock that hit 12, and she looks back at the guy like, oh wow, I reunited with you, I remember you from a past life, and he remembers her from a past life. And it was just, at least seeing that, it just gave more of that fairy tale touch into the video, which of course the video already has. I'm guessing the reason why they cut this off was because it just didn't feel needed. Even though that part where you see her look at the clock and we see the clock hitting 12, that part was cut off, but there is a part where you see her smiling, and even though you don't see him, he's clearly smiling at her, and we do see that in the music video towards the end. I mean, it's not necessary, so I can see why they cut it off, but I wouldn't have minded they just left it there. There was also a One Direction music video that had a deleted scene, which was for the song Gotta Be You, and it happened around 2 minutes where you see Zayn in the train, that you see him standing, and then there's another cut where you see him standing at the end. Now, as for the deleted scene that was cut from this video, basically it's just a lot longer, like Zayn's part, and you see him sitting down as the train is going and he's just, you know, singing his part. Of course, it's gonna go on to Harry, and then we see all the guys together. I also found these other deleted scenes from the music video, which is towards the end, and it's a whole scene that's edited differently than the released version, which if you are interested, it is on YouTube. When I Grow Up by the Pussycat Dolls, the lead single to their 2008 second album, Doll Domination. Something to know about the music video is that Britney Spears was actually meant to do a cameo, which even got talked about in some sources, and according to US Magazine at the time, the cameo was going to feature Britney in her car that passes the girls in traffic, which then they all wave at each other, and I guess that's pretty much it in terms of like the cameo of what was going to play off. As for what happened and why Britney was not present in the video, well, they were asked about this, the Pussycat Dolls, in an interview with Access Hollywood back in 2008, where Melody of the group shared that she was going to make a cameo, but unfortunately it did not make the cut for whatever reason that they weren't sure about.
Not with us, but she shot it.
Yeah.
Did you guys cut Britney out of the video?
No.
I was personally bummed because I really like Britney.
And while it was mentioned that she did film something, but it was cut from the video, it turns out that that may not actually be true, because allegedly, according to this user on Reddit, they found a screenshot of the stylist revealing what had happened. And also keep in mind, this was around the time that Britney was put in a conservatorship. So when reading this, they said that Britney had lost her sons, and while the cameras were rolling for the Pussycat Dolls as they were filming, the stylist went to the trailer park to go see if Britney needed help with her outfit, and when they did enter the room, they saw Britney that she was very heartbroken, which is of course understandable, and also again the conservatorship, so they probably forcefully took her sons away from her. So they ended up sitting next to Britney, and they said that you don't really want to be doing this video, do you? And of course she didn't. I guess for the next 20 minutes or so, they just sat together and the stylist tried to cheer her up, asking about her kids, how old they were, and what they like to do, which did help cheer Britney up a little. But overall, the cameo just didn't happen for this reason. Thank You Next by Ariana Grande. The music video was released in 2018, and it referenced 4 iconic movies, one of them being Legally Blonde. Of course, if you watch the movie, you know that Jennifer Coolidge was in the original music video, was in the original movie. So besides that one scene that we do see in the music video, there was actually another scene where they do reenact another scene from the movie. Thought it was really cool that they did that whole scene. They pretty much reenact it, but they ended up cutting it off, and I'm guessing it had to do because I couldn't find a reason why. It was just too long, and they felt that the scene that they already had, because there was that other scene that we do see in the music video, it was just perfectly well length, and they just didn't want to add that other one because it would just make that part way too long. Which, if you are interested in watching the deleted scene, Ariana did upload that on her channel, which I did leave a link to that video in the description down below. Paparazzi by Lady Gaga. So there's a scene in this iconic music video that was cut off. It's where we see Gaga in purple hair, and she's on a horse that has purple hair, and of course she has a, what is it, like a purple, it's not green or blue, what do you call that, cyan? Is it cyan? Well, she's wearing this outfit. So the reason why this was cut off was because the horse had purple hair, and they thought it was just gonna cause controversy, which it probably would have. And it does feel very out of place, even just because when I was doing this video, I decided to rewatch it, and it feels so random. Even the outfit that she wears, it just doesn't feel cohesive with all the other outfits, and just even the scenes, like the areas that she's filming with the choreography and everything else that you see in the video, it just wouldn't have fit. So I did talk about Taylor Swift earlier, that she had 2 music videos that had a deleted scene. So originally when Taylor released a music video in 2022, the lead single to her album Midnight's, Anti-Hero, it got a lot of backlash because there was this scene where you see Taylor step on a scale that shows the word fat when she looks down instead of the numbers. You can also see another Taylor shaking her head down with disapproval as she looks up. And to give more context of the meaning behind this scene, it has to do with Taylor having insecurities about body image, something that she has spoken openly about before. But regardless, while some did understand that and tried to explain to others the meaning behind it, many online did not see it that way and said that it was fatphobic. So in reaction to this, the scene got edited out, and no longer do we see Taylor's point of view when looking at the scale in the video. Here are the last 2, which is Perfect Places by Lorde. And when it came to this one, I saw these 2 deleted scenes that were not used in the music video. And then another one, and this one I wasn't really gonna add, but since this is the topic that we're talking about, you know, deleted scenes in music videos, I might as well just mention it. So Britney Spears, I Wanna Go. When the music video was gonna come out, she posted pictures on Facebook, and it was her wearing a red dress, and according to some sources, it said that these were part of a deleted scene. It just, for whatever reason, it didn't make it onto the video. If there's any more tea you can give me about deleted scenes from the I Wanna Go music video, you can share it down below in the comments. So which of these deleted scenes that I mentioned did you know about, and do you agree about these cuts that were removed from the music video, or do you think that some of these should have just been left into the official music video? You can share it down below in the comments. If you are interested, I did do a video about pop collaborations that were cancelled, which you can watch right here, and I also did a video about miscommonly heard lyrics in pop songs, which you can watch right here as well. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and also subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.